What if I told you there's a user manual for the human mind written over 2000 years ago that is relevant even today? Yes, it is the Buddhist book called Dhammapada that contains the distilled essence of the Buddha's teachings. It is written as twin verses to share what to do and what not to do. Today, we will break down its core ideas so you can actually use them in your daily life. Welcome back to the channel. If you are interested in ancient wisdom, consciousness and inner mastery, you are in the right place. The Dhammapada isn't a storybook. It's not philosophy for scholars. It's a practical guide to mastering the mind. Unlike other texts, it is explained in simple, easy words which can be understood by anyone. So let's begin. Mind creates your reality. The Dhammapada opens with one of the most famous lines ever written. Mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are all mind-made. This is Buddha's core insight. Your life is shaped less by what happens to you and more by how your mind reacts to it. If your mind is angry, life is hostile. If your mind is peaceful, even chaos feels manageable. You don't need to control the world. You need to understand your mind. You aren't a victim of your circumstances. Instead, you're a product of your perspective. If you want to change your life, you have to change your internal self-talk first. Desire is the root of suffering. The Buddha doesn't say life is suffering. He says desire and attachment create suffering. We suffer because we desire and are attached to people, to outcomes, to identity, and to pleasure. The Dhammapada reminds us, from craving arises sorrow and fear. In today's world, most of our anxiety comes from wanting life to be different than what it is. Peace doesn't come from getting more, it comes from needing less. True freedom comes from wanting what you have rather than having what you want. It's the ultimate shortcut to contentment. Hatred never ends hatred. One of the most quoted verses, hatred is never appeased by hatred. Hatred is appeased by non-hatred alone. This isn't a moral advice, it's a psychological truth. Anger feeds on attention. When you keep replaying hurt, you keep the wound alive. Letting go is not a weakness, it's intelligence. You don't forgive them, you forgive so your mind can be free. Discipline is the path to freedom. The Dhammapada repeatedly praises self-discipline. But not discipline as punishment, but discipline as self-respect. By oneself is one purified, by oneself is one defiled. No one can meditate for you, no one can live consciously for you. Spiritual growth is an inside job, and consistency beats intensity. Next it says, impermanence, that everything changes. The Buddha reminds us again and again, everything that arises will pass away. Pain passes, pleasure passes, success passes, and even identity passes. Suffering comes when we forget this truth. When life is hard, remember it will change. When life is good, don't cling. Wisdom is learning to flow, not grip. The wise choose awareness over pleasure. The Dhammapada makes a clear distinction. Pleasure is temporary and awareness is liberating. Better than 100 years lived foolishly is one day lived in wisdom. Mindless scrolling, consumption and distraction cost us our life energy. A conscious movement is more valuable than years of unconscious living. The next teaching is liberation is possible here and now. The Buddha isn't asking you to believe anything. He's inviting you to see for yourself. Freedom isn't in heaven. It isn't after death. It's in observing the mind, releasing attachment, living ethically, and staying aware. Enlightenment is an escape from life. It's living with awareness. The art of not reacting. One of the important verses is on vigilance. In a world that wants your attention 24/7, the Dhammapada says your attention is your greatest currency. It talks about the untrained mind being like a fish flapping on dry land. It's twitchy, it's reactive. The book teaches that the wise person builds an island that no flood can overwhelm. You don't have to attend every argument that you're invited to. Mastery isn't about controlling the world. It's about controlling your reaction to the world. There is a great line towards the end. Self-conquest is far better than the conquest of others. You can win 1,000 battles, but if you haven't mastered yourself, you have won nothing. The Dhammapada isn't just a religious text. It's a psychological toolkit. It's about taking radical responsibility for your own headspace. Finally, the Dhammapada doesn't promise miracles. It promises understanding, and understanding is what ends the suffering. If there is one message to remember, it's this: train the mind and the rest follows. If this ancient wisdom resonated with you, like the video, share it with someone who needs clarity, and subscribe for more deep dives into sacred texts and consciousness. Comment below which teaching from Dhammapada hit you the hardest. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, stay free.